Hey guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are talking about the basics. Yeah, I think as real into it skincare addicts, the basics does not sound very interesting. You're like, maybe I'll skip this video, right? Don't go yet if you are an advanced skincare addict, because let me be clear with you, sometimes when we get so into skincare, it can get kind of complicated, like really unnecessarily complicated. You end up with a 15-step skincare routine. You don't exactly know why you're using so many products and if it's actually doing anything for your skin. It can just start to get a little bit too much. Revisiting the basics and kind of refreshing yourself on the basic concept of a skincare routine can really help you get straight with your skincare routine and with your products and really help you kind of get back on track with your skincare goals. So today I'm going to talk about, really the only skincare steps I think that you personally need. We're going to talk about determining your skin type and skin conditions. And I'm also going to give you some hints and tips on how to take a really basic skincare routine and build it maybe a little bit more elaborate to really hone in on your skincare goals. And heads up, the video is sponsored by Stylevana. They are an Asian beauty retailer based out of Hong Kong. They've got Korean skincare, Japanese skincare, they've got makeup picks as well as some fashion items. So definitely check out their website because they have a real deep sort of catalog of Asian beauty products, lots of stuff that you can't find on other sites. If you guys are so ready to revisit the basics, give the video a big thumbs up and let's get started. So first things first, let's determine your skin type. This is really the first step to building your skincare routine because we kind of got to know what we're up against, right? And this is actually a really good thing to kind of revisit from time to time because your skin type 100% can change. Not only can it change like just throughout your lifetime, but it can actually change season to season, just within the year. So what you're going to need to do is wash your face, dry it, and don't put on any skincare products. Ooh, I know some of us are cringing right now. I do a little bit when I think about this. What we're gonna do is just leave your face alone for like half an hour, maybe up to an hour, and then take a look in the mirror. If you've noticed no changes on your skin, there's no areas of oiliness, your skin doesn't feel dry or tight, it just kind of feels normal, congratulations, you have a normal skin type. Now, if you're looking in the mirror and you're seeing a lot of shininess, a lot of greasiness, a lot of oil, you have a classically oily skin type. Now, if you are feeling like a tightness underneath your skin, it's feeling very dry and parched, maybe you can even see little flakes forming on top of your skin, you have classically dry skin. And of course, if you're seeing patches of oil maybe on your forehead, but your cheeks are feeling real tight and dry, that is combination skin, when you get a little bit of both. All right, let's talk about building just a real basic skincare routine. And in my opinion, those steps are going to include cleansing your skin, treating your skin, moisturizing it, and protecting it. I've determined that my skin type is combination. I do get some oil on my forehead, but my cheeks and my chin, that U zone can get pretty dry. So I'm just going to use products I've chosen as an example for my skin type, but really I want you to kind of understand the fundamental steps that we're building, and that will help you choose the products that are appropriate for your skin type. So first up is cleansing. This is definitely a really fundamental and important step that you really can't skip, right? I do have lots of cleanser reviews on my channel. I'll link a playlist so you guys can find the best cleanser for you, but it's definitely important to have a really good, reliable cleansing product in your skincare routine. The next fundamental step is a treatment step, and this can include a lot of different products, but I'm really thinking like your serum step is a great way to treat your skin, a really highly concentrated product that is going to help you get closer to your skincare goals. Since I'm building this skincare routine around combination skin, I've actually chosen the Keep Cool, and Soothe Bamboo Serum. It really is a very hydrating gel texture, so it really kind of helps to balance out my skin. It really treats not only the drier areas, but also the oily areas on my face. I love this formulation because it's got bamboo water, it's got centella in it, and it's very calming and soothing. It really just kind of like helps calm down my skin, reduce redness, reduce inflammation, and really help relieve irritation. The next step is moisturizer. Now, I think this is fundamental for every skin type because it really does fall into that category of protecting the skin. This is the Olivarrier Emollient Extra Comfort Cream. And I chose this one, you know, I think this can work for combination skin and dry skin. The texture of this is super buttery, it's really nourishing, and it's very, very occlusive. So it really helps to fight water loss, dehydration, but it also is very nourishing for dry skin. It's a very protective cream. I like this one too because it's got some ingredients in it that are very barrier supportive, which is going to help me with my dehydration. Again, we're going to talk about this in just a second. So I think it's a good choice for dehydration, dry skin, combination skin that leans on the dry side. Now that's a really basic 3-step routine. That's really all you need, except in the morning, you should definitely be wearing sunscreen. And of course, the main reason why you want to wear it is to protect yourself from skin cancer. There's a couple of vanity reasons why you'd want to wear sunscreen as well. It really does help cut down on collagen destruction, which it can cause things like fine lines, wrinkles, loss of elasticity, sagging skin. So sunscreen is actually one of the most effective anti-aging products that you can use. It really does protect your skin. Keep Cool and Soothe Bamboo Sun Essence. This is SPF 50 PA++, and it's a chemical sunscreen. I love the formulation of this, and the texture is really beautiful. It's light, it's airy, it's hydrating. There's no white cast to this one. It can be reapplied really easily. It works nicely underneath makeup. It doesn't do any weird pilling. It doesn't make you look like extra shiny or anything. Like, it's just a really beautiful, elegant texture, really light and breathable, will work for pretty much every skin type in my opinion, and it's got really good coverage. It's an excellent everyday sunscreen. Understanding the basics and really nailing them, so super fundamentally important. So once you've done that, you may still want to elaborate on the basics, maybe go a little bit deeper. This is where we start to talk about skin conditions. So let's dive deeper. First up, let's talk about dehydration, a condition I happen to suffer with. Now, dehydration is actually a symptom of a weak moisture barrier. Your moisture barrier is not holding on to hydration into your skin the way it is supposed to, and so you're experiencing transepidermal water loss, where the hydration deep within your skin is actually escaping through the top layers. But my best kind of like way to determine if you might be suffering with dehydration is if it feels like you can't get, you know, from one skincare routine to the other without a dry and tight feeling, without discomfort. This is really a hallmark sign for me was, you know, at 4 p.m. in the afternoon when I was at work, my skin would start to feel really dry and tight and itchy. But I'd have like a really nice greasy layer of oil on top of my skin, but underneath my skin, it felt so dry and tight and parched. This is a sign of dehydration. If you can't get from your AM routine until your PM routine without that dry and tight feeling, that's a sign something's not right with your moisture barrier. You're probably suffering from transepidermal water loss. The same thing can happen when you go to bed at night and wake up in the morning. You go to bed with beautiful, plump, like, you know, like glistening, skin-cared skin, and then you wake up in the morning and you have that tight feeling and you just can't wait to do your skincare routine so you can kind of rehydrate your skin. One of the best ways to add more hydration into your routine, in my opinion, is through a toner. So the one that I chose is the TM Vita B5 toner, and I like this one for a couple of reasons. I think this will actually work for pretty much any skin type. By the way, it's a really wonderful, watery, runny, and light toner. Really replenishes hydration on the skin, even if you're not dehydrated. Belated, but I especially like this choice because it's got panthenol in it. That's what B5 is, and panthenol is a very moisture barrier supportive ingredient. So like I said, dehydration, you definitely need to hydrate your skin, but you also need to help your moisture barrier. Dehydration is a symptom of a weak moisture barrier, not just a random condition that you get. There is a cause, and so we need to get to that deeper root cause. Really giving yourself wonderful barrier supportive ingredients is going to help a lot. So rehydrate your skin with the TM Vita B5 toner. It feels so good. And my like master tip for you on this one, from one dehydrated soul to another, layer that toner up. It's going to take you a long way. The next skin condition is sensitivity, and this can be a really tricky one. I personally also suffer with sensitivity. I have a little bit of experience on this one, and it is a tricky one to pinpoint because unlike dehydration, which we can really kind of like find the root cause of that being the moisture barrier, with sensitivity, there's a lot of different reasons why your skin might get sensitive, but I'm going to break it down into some like two very basic categories: general sensitivity and specific sensitivity. So let's talk about general sensitivity first. Now, this is when your skin is just prone to redness, prone to irritation. You know, you've just learned that over the time that, you know, your skin is just sensitive and that you should probably be a little bit more gentle with it. In this case, I would not recommend necessarily adding a skincare product into your skincare routine, but I'd actually recommend starting to look at ingredients because there are some common irritants that you can eliminate from your skincare routine that might make things a little bit easier. And this is really just the tip of the iceberg, but the three most common ones are the ones I always talk about: drying alcohol, artificial fragrances, and essential oils. Are all of them, or a combination of them, or individual, are they all gonna flare up your skin? Not necessarily, but you know, if you are looking to just, you know, eliminate any potential irritants, that's a good place to start. Honestly, let's talk about specific sensitivity, and this is really tricky because it's going to take some trial and error and some mishaps. I'm going to be real candid with you. It took me months to figure out that my skin hates all essential oils, like with a passion. It took me a really long time, but I'm so glad I figured it out because my skin is thriving now. And how do I do it? You know, it really took me some time of investigating every single ingredients list. Oh, it's so boring. I know, it's not fun. Really looking at every ingredients list of products that maybe made my skin feel overly dry, that maybe made my skin flare up really red, that made my skin feel irritated. Taking a look at all those ingredients lists of those individual products and kind of comparing them and seeing what are the common ingredients found in these products. You know, oh, hey, this one had geranium oil. This one had geranium oil. This one had it too. That's probably an ingredient my skin doesn't like, so I'm going to avoid it from now on. And you just kind of keep the process going. Like I said, it's a little bit of detective work. It's a little bit of trial and error. You might not always get it right, but just kind of always be seeking that information and always kind of be doing those comparisons and really paying attention to what your skin is doing, because you're going to end up being able to really specifically find out what is bugging your skin. Once you know that, knowledge is power. Just avoid it in the future. So let's talk about acne and breakouts. And this is where skin conditions start to meet skincare goals, things we want to solve or improve on our skin. Now, when it comes to acne and breakouts, there's a lot of different products that can really help us, you know, get clearer skin and calmer skin. And especially like things like chemical exfoliation, special treatment products like that can definitely help. And you can add products like that into your routine a few times a week as an additional special treatment. But I really want to focus on the basics today, and I want to talk about products that you can use morning and nighttime every single day with minimal irritation. And so when it comes to that, you know, you really want to examine that basic treatment step, which we really identified as like a serum step. I think that you should really look for serums that have anti-inflammatory properties and antibacterial properties. This is going to take you a really long way to clearing your skin and calming it, in addition to your special acne treatments that you're going to use. So if I were building a skincare routine to help treat acne and breakouts, what I would do is I would take out that Keep Cool and Soothe Bamboo Serum. I'm going to put the TM Vita B3 Source Serum. Star ingredient here is 10% of niacinamide. Now, niacinamide has a whole host of benefits, but 10% 10% is a very specific amount that really helps with your pores. It helps to regulate your pore lining. And most of us who suffer with congestion, acne, clogged pores, there's something going on inside of our pores that makes us produce more oil or makes us produce an oil that's a little bit thicker or stickier. The keratin in our oil really likes to grab onto dead skin cells and debris and trap it inside of the pore. And that's where we get congestion, clogged pores, and ultimately pimples and breakouts, right? So niacinamide helps to regulate that pore lining so those things just don't happen. This is a fantastic long-term solution when you are prone to acne and breakouts. It can really help clear out the pores long-term, regulating it. It's really great if you have very oily skin too, because it can help regulate the sebum production on your skin. It's going to help cut down on the texture, the bumps, the breakouts. It's going to help reduce the inflammation on your skin. And bonus, niacinamide, we know this helps to brighten up the skin. So if you happen to get a pimple and then you get like that dark mark left over, this can help fade that a lot faster. Another skin condition or skincare goal that you may have when it comes to building your skincare routine is anti-aging concerns. Yeah, definitely. We want to fight those fine lines, those wrinkles, the loss of elasticity and firmness on the skin. Now, collagen is that protein structure that makes your skin, it basically just holds your skin up. It makes it firm, plump, smooth, supple. But when collagen gets destroyed or when your body stops making as much collagen, that's when you can start to see the fine lines and wrinkles occur. That's when the skin that used to be supple kind of starts to look maybe a little saggy or a little less firm or really thin, right? So collagen is incredibly important. We want to protect it with daily sunscreen, but we also want to stimulate our body's own natural collagen production as well. Make our body make more so that our skin can stay supple. And by the way, the destruction of collagen can happen at any age, and the decrease of your body's natural production of collagen starts around the age of 25. So this is a good concepts to keep in mind even at a young age to understand what collagen does and why it's so important, because it starts to go away a lot sooner than a lot of us realize. So we want to protect our collagen with SPF, but we can also stimulate more collagen to be produced by our bodies with certain skincare ingredients like tretinoin, retinol, vitamin C, and niacinamide found in the percentages between 4% and 5%. All are super effective at getting your body to produce more collagen. So as you can see, there's lots of different ways to get some collagen stimulation into your skincare routine. In combination with your sunscreen, it's going to be a really effective anti-aging routine. Now, when I was browsing Stylevana to find a collagen stimulating product, I got super intrigued by a new product from TM. It's their Vita Refre-C toner. I think it's a combination between the words refresh and C, but it kind of trips you up on the tongue. It does contain pure vitamin C, which is found on the ingredients list as ascorbic acid. Now, pure vitamin C is really great. It's a potent antioxidant, so very protective for your skin. Going to work really beautifully alongside of your sunscreen. Vitamin C is a very potent skin brightener, and vitamin C, as we said before, stimulates your skin's collagen production. So excellent ingredient, right? Except for it's kind of a tricky ingredient to work with. It's kind of finicky. It kind of has its own ideas. It's kind of a problem child. It's really hard to finish a pure vitamin C product without it oxidizing on you. It will change color. It potentially might change the smell, and it becomes ineffective for your skin. It just stops working. The potency goes away, which is why it is really it's really important for you to keep pure vitamin C products in the refrigerator and in a dark space, which is why the refrigerator works. Temperature controlled and dark. That slows down the oxidization process but it's still a pain in the butt, right? So I got really intrigued by this toner. You do still want to keep something like this in the refrigerator, but what intrigued me and really drew me in was the fact that this comes packaged separately. The toner and the vitamin C powder are separate. So when you are ready to use the product is when the vitamin C is ready for you. I can't tell you how many vitamin C products I've had that have oxidized on me even before I opened them. Before I even got the chance to use them, before I was ready, they were already on their way to going bad. So that's why I got really interested in this, because you mix it yourself when you're ready to open it up. And I think that that's a really smart packaging move.
So the texture of the TM toner, it's really light. It's light hydration with some really light moisture to it. It absorbs really quickly into the skin, and I don't feel any warming sensation or like a little stimulation or tingling like active vitamin C, especially in higher percentages, can do. I don't feel any of that at all. It's very, very gentle.
So, should you break out beyond the basics? Sometimes, the real basic steps, they get you kind of where you want to be, but you want to fine tune it a little bit. You want to do more. You want to get a little closer to your skincare goals. And that is, I think, a really good time to elaborate on the basics and maybe add more products in, but do it with intention. So here's a couple of things that you might want to ask yourself if you want to build out beyond those basics. So maybe your skin is still feeling overly oily, or you're still feeling the symptoms of dehydration in the middle of the afternoon or when you wake up in the morning. This is when you want to think about adding additional hydrating products into your skincare routine. If you want to maybe additionally add in an essence, this is when we start to build more elaborate skincare routines. Essences bring more hydration into the skin, and a lot of them will bring other benefits like calming and soothing or anti-aging benefits. Now, if your skin is still feeling really dry, and maybe it's even flaky, you need more moisturizing products in your skincare routine. This is when you want to consider things like facial oils and even emulsions. These can really boost the moisturization in your skincare routine. Now, emulsions are a really interesting step that they can be very helpful, and I do find them to be kind of a confusing step where we're like, how do we use this? There's a lot of different ways you can use it, but in a way to kind of boost the moisture in your skincare routine. And this is a really cool kind of like thing that I found on Stylevana. The Keep Cool and Soothe Bamboo Sun Essence came in a little gift set and comes with a little mini Keep Cool and Soothe Bamboo lotion, which is kind of another kind of code word for emulsion in K-beauty. You're going to want to put this on after serum, just before your moisturizer. So the texture of this is really interesting because it's got like a nice humectant and hydrating feel on the skin with a really nice light moisture, which means put this into your skincare routine. You're going to get a little bit more hydration. You're going to get some nice light moisture that doesn't overwhelm your skin or make it feel greasy or thick, but top that off with your whatever your moisturizer of choice is. It's gonna boost the moisturization. It's gonna boost the protectiveness. It's going to boost the emolliency in your skincare routine without overwhelming your skin, without like putting 2 layers of moisturizer on. So it's just a nice light layer of moisture just before your heavier creams. That's really going to take you a long way, especially if you're getting a really flaky skin. One thing that is fundamentally 100% true in skincare, and we just don't talk about and emphasize enough in the skincare community, is that skin is super individual, and your skin is going to react differently than my skin is going to, right? Your mileage may vary. Look, you may also have combination sensitive and dehydrated skin that veers on the dry side. That's my skin type, right? You and I may be skin twins, and yet there can still be some products that work for you that won't work for me, and vice versa. Understanding that about your skin is crucial. Understanding its likes and dislikes, its needs and non-needs, not in relation to somebody else's skin, but just understanding what your skin likes. That is so important. Take that individual knowledge of your personal skin and marry it with all the basic concepts we talked about in this video, and you will have a recipe for success. I promise you, you will be on the road to fantastic skin. So a big thank you again to Stylevana for sponsoring this video. If you guys want to do your own Stylevana haul, maybe pick up some of the products we talked about in this video, I have a discount code for you guys in the info box below. You can save some money while doing retail therapy, and you can find links to all the products we talked about as well. Now I'm curious, what are your fundamental, basic, ride or die skincare products? Let me know in the comment box below. And if this video helped you but you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please do consider subscribing. I release 2 new skincare focused videos every single week. Turn on notifications so you're in the notification club and you never miss out on any of the new videos from me. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. You know I am always hoping that you are healthy, happy, and safe, and I can't wait to talk to you soon. Bye.